Hey there, it's your brother from another mother, Evil Aniki, and today we're going to be talking about San Diego Comic-Con. I did a pre-Anime Expo list, and that one was pretty well received, and I wanted to do the same for Comic-Con, and I think I'm going to be doing these generally for all the cons that I go to. I'm not too caught up with Comic-Con. I haven't been to Comic-Con since like 2013, and let me tell you, I was working it, and I was very traumatized, and we'll go over that in a little bit in the end of the video, but I want to just go over some of the things I know about that I think are cool, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So, first thing first, I got a map here of the convention center, and we're just going to pull right in here. And as you can see, this is a temporary vehicle restriction zone, meaning you're not going to be able to just pull right up. And that's pretty normal for Comic Con. Normally, you have to like walk from your hotel. If you don't have a hotel for Comic Con, ripperoni. Like you're gonna, it's like I mean, look at this. This is the map that they got. And, like it's like hotel, 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 hotel. You know, like they want you to be walking there. Let's move on to the building map. So as you know, you usually come in from this side, I believe. I mean, there's a whole bunch of check-ins. There's going to be a ton of people trying to get in. It's going to be absolute mayhem. I wish everyone who's going the best of luck. But as you can see here, the exhibit hall is on the left, and then they've got a bunch of like panels and ballrooms over here, and that's where they do most of their panels and yeah, stuff like that. I'm going to be focusing on what's going to be on the exhibit hall because I couldn't really find a good list of the panels, and I'm not really into the panels. Like I tried looking up some of like the anime screenings, and it just seemed like a bunch of random shows. It didn't seem like there was any big premieres. I know Crunchyroll's doing some musical stuff, and I know we'll cover some of that because they're doing One Piece symphony type thing that I think was cool. But they have some like music shows as well that I'm not going to be covering because I'm just not into it. But let's keep going. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Gotham ice cream truck. So I'm going to try and stick to most things that are anime related, but I'm going to go into some things that I think are cool. And this is going to be on the outside area, and this is pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to charge money or if it's just going to be freebies, but I love the idea, and I've seen some pictures of it setting up at the convention center, so it's looking pretty cool. Here is the map of the hall. There's going to be a lot of different vendors here. So we've got Hoyoverse, and that's going to be Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero. And that's sort of why I wanted to cover it since I did so much Zenless Zone Zero coverage. I wanted to go over some of that. You're also going to have Bandai Namco. Their booth is usually, it's not, I mean, it's usually cards and games. And then if we go over to the center area, that's where a lot of the bigger booths are. You could see Marvel, Viz, Lego, Hasbro, Konami, Demon Slayer. Let's see, Funko's over here. Good Smile is right here. And yeah, Jazzwares, Hasbro. I think I said Hasbro. But as you can see, there's not too many anime themed booths, and that's usually because Anime Expo is like maybe like a month, not even a month before San Diego Comic Con. So not a lot of anime companies come out for San Diego Comic Con. San Diego Comic Con used to be really, really big with comics, and then it got really, really big with like Warner Brothers and like action films for like uh, all the superhero action films and TV shows that they were going on, and then that kind of dwindled down, and then I think Warner Brothers pulled out like years ago at this point. But let's go into some more here. Talking about one thing, one booth, which I actually went to this booth at Anime Expo. I went to the uh, I don't know if it was limited run. I know it was the Shantae um panel at Anime Expo, and that's not Shantae. It was the game development company. I don't remember what it was, but this is Shantae and Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. They're having an autograph signing, and it looks like they got Christina V. And a bunch of other people, creators of Shantae, are going to be there. This looks really cool. If you're into Shantae, this is going to be big for you. The Plumbers Don't Wear Tie. I haven't played it, but I looked at it and it looks like something I would be into. I also own Shantae. I just haven't really had the time to play it. Then let's go into Funko. Here's some of the Funko exclusives. I know this isn't very interesting. I said I'd cover most of the anime, but I mean, some of these look pretty cool. I mean, they got a Gojo, a Smurf, Uncle, uh, what is it? I don't remember. Grandpa Smurf, Cranky Smurf, Old Smurf. I don't remember his name anymore. It's been so long since I watched anything to do with Smurfs. They got some Kermit here. I think these are all the exclusives, right? So they got some Freddy Funkos up here. I don't know how Funkos are doing anymore. Like I know a lot of the Comic Con exclusives, they say exclusive, and then like usually you can find them at like Hot Topic or a secondary store a while later. I know some of them are a little bit harder to get. I know some of the earlier Funkos from some of their earlier releases are like super expensive and rare. And I know I've seen Funkos that are like very expensive. I'm not into Funkos, and I feel bad for people who are into Funkos because I'm gonna be honest, Funkos are really like low tier on the figure scale for me because I like collecting anime figures and a $15 figure, a $5 to $15 figure versus like a $400 figure, uh, off of uh, the initial release. It's big difference. Like my figures make Funkos look really really tiny. But let's keep going. So boxed lunch is going to be there as well. They're like kind of like I think they're like a monthly box service, but they're going to be giving away some free treats. Let's see if there's another image here, and this is just more of where you can find it. This could be on Sunday, and so it's gonna be Thursday, Friday, Saturday in this location or from this time, and then on Sunday they're gonna be there for a little bit less, which makes sense. Most cons usually die down on Sunday. But let's go into the big anime stuff now. So I'm going to start with Crunchyroll. So if you guys didn't know, Crunchyroll did a whole rebrand right after Anime Expo, which is crazy that they did it after Anime Expo. And they're going into San Diego Comic Con with this rebrand. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen some of their animations for their like rebranded designs. It looks very clean. I love it. It looks really cool. I mean, this is sort of like a glimpse of this, and like just imagine that, but animated. It looks really, really good. But they're going to be having a bunch of stuff going on. So they're going to have this symphonic voyage 20, they're doing a whole One Piece theme, so I think their booth in the exhibit hall is going to be One Piece themed in general. It looked like a pirate ship. You can find videos and footage of it on Twitter already. I'm not going to be including it in this video because it's just I don't want to go through the editing of getting a video and putting it in here. But this looks really cool. I mean, I'm not the biggest One Piece fan, but I love all of the merch and stuff coming in and all of the dedication with the One Piece fans. And I hope to see that more animes get this type of love. Going on, you can see more of their booth. Again, I pulled these off of Twitter. This looks really cool. You could just see their new branding. It's a lot more. I mean, this looks kind of like their old branding a little bit, but this one definitely feels like the newer branding, and it's a lot more fun and wild and crazy. But let's go on to Hoyoverse, and that's the main reason I wanted to cover uh, make this video. So Hoyoverse is going to San Diego Comic Con. That means Zenless Zone Zero is going to be there, which is really cool. And they're going to be giving stuff away. So looking at this here, this is almost the same stuff that they gave away at the launch event in Santa Monica and in New York. So if you missed out on either of those launch events, going to San Diego Comic Con, you're going to be able to get some of that stuff there. A lot of the stuff was pretty easy. You just have to follow them on uh, Instagram, or not Instagram, Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it now, and then post a photo to X and then tag them or tweet at them with the photo, as well as install the game, and then you can get all of this. And the one thing that I will say is missing from this lineup is at the launch events they had acrylics, which were really cool. And yeah, but all of this other stuff, this is what they had at the launch events. So these lucky cards they gave you for just having the game or following it on X, I think. And then the pins, you had to tweet out an image. And this, I don't remember. I think this was I honestly don't remember the prizes. These are like clear folders. And then this is a phone stand. I actually got one of these as well. These are pretty cool. I haven't opened it yet. And then I got this skateboard, tech deck finger charm as well. These are going for I want to say like $100 on eBay, which is crazy. The pins 35. The phone stand, it's not going for much. This was like the hot ticket item, and it's only going for like 20, 25, which is kind of crazy. And it like at the events that I went to, they were like completely just gone. There was also the clear folders and then the acrylics. The acrylics look like they're in high demand. Maybe they ran out of the acrylics and that's why they don't have them. They also have this rug right here. If you guys are going to San Diego Comic Con, make sure you get this rug. This rug is selling on eBay for like $400, and you can get it for free just from going to their booth. I highly recommend picking up this rug and going to get this rug if you're going, because that is going to be worth it for you. My understanding is they didn't have the rug at the Santa Monica launch event. It was only in the New York launch event. And my understanding is it went fast because there's a limited supply. It also looks really cool. Honestly, going to be talking about it. It's a Bang Boo from Zenless Zone Zero. And if you guys don't know what the Bang Boos are yet, they're kind of like your little minion sidekick robot things. This doesn't really look like any of the other Bang Boos in the game, except for one that's on your bed in the game, and that one's watermelon themed because they all have different themes. There's like Electric Boo and Magnetic Boo and all sorts of different themes to them. But yeah, and then this is just the main one that you have, and I think this is I think he's number one. I don't think I've actually seen number one in the game yet. I've only seen, I think, like 18 and 6, I think it is. They're the ones that are in your store. I don't remember if it was 6. It could be any of them. But that's not the only thing. So Hoyoverse owns Zenless Zone Zero, and they also do Genshin Impact. And Genshin Impact is going to be having a lot more going on. So Tay Vant Film Studio. I don't know what this is exactly. I haven't really looked at this, but Genshin Impact's going to be there at the Hoyoverse booth as well. They're going to be having some type of event. And this looks different than their Anime Expo booth. Their Anime Expo booth was really hard to get to. Usually the Hoyoverse stuff is really, really packed. Zenless Zone Zero, not so big yet. Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, woo, they're so popular. They're very, very popular. The film studio, it looks like you can go in and you can get a photo, Polaroid. Okay, so it's just like a little photo set thing, which is cool. That's cool. I mean, if you're going to be going to go get that Bang Boo rug, you could get a free photo. They're also doing some type of fashion type thing, and yeah, it's a Fashion Week fan art convention to experience. So they're going to be having some type of art gallery. This is some photo I got off of Twitter. So here is their giant sign for outside. And then here is some of the art inside, as you can see. Looks pretty cool. Wish I could go see it. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm very traumatized from anime, from Comic Con in general. But let's go into some more stuff here. So that's Hoyoverse. I'm not going to cover Honkai Impact. I'm sure, or Honkai Star Rail. Or I'm sure they're going to have some type of stuff there as well. One other big thing I wanted to cover was that there's going to be an IMDb San Diego Comic Con yacht, and this is going to be behind the convention center. There is like a bunch of docks, and this yacht is not. This was there last year, and I'm sure it was there maybe a few years before that. When I went to Comic Con in 2013, I worked on a yacht like this, except for it was the TV Guide magazine yacht, and it was only for celebrities. My understanding for the IMDb boat is I don't think it's only for celebrities. I think they have like swag and like a little gallery that you can walk through. And yeah, the TV Guide yacht was very stressful. But let's go into some more stuff here. Let me see if I can pull this up in uh let's see. Yeah, here we go. So can I pull this over maybe? Will it let me? Yeah, there we go. So here's the box lunch. They're giving away a shirt in their pack, it looks like, or that's just their bag. No, it's not a shirt. It's a bag. I thought it was a shirt for a second. It looks like they're giving away a bag, and then they're giving away a chance to win a gift card and their freebies. And it looks like they're just gonna have like some exclusive store stuff there as well. It looks, I mean, Bluey slippers look pretty cool. And then going on back to Zenless Zone Zero, there's gonna be an IGN Zenless Zone Zero after party type event, and I believe the tickets for this are already sold out, but maybe you can get lucky, and it's 100 people to get in, so I think it's probably long gone that it's going to be presented to get in, but it's going to be cool that it's there. I mean, this is cool. I mean, I wish they'd had this at like Anime Expo. Again, Zenless Zone Zero skipped Anime Expo, and just like I get that the game launched the start of Anime Expo, but it's so weird that they just skipped Anime Expo and just they're just doing all the other cons from now on. So maybe Anime Expo 2026 or 2025, it's going to be big with Zenless Zone Zero. Another company that's going to be going is Good Smile Company. Let's get to the relevant stories here. So this is their booth. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I looked at this, and their booth looks almost exactly like how it's gonna look from Anime Expo. They might have some different things on sale, but yeah, it looks like if you miss something out at Anime Expo, you could probably just go get it at San Diego Comic Con. I'm gonna be honest. I've been really disappointed with Good Smile's convention uh stuff going on like the last couple years because I went to their Good Smile Fest for an event that was in Little Tokyo in downtown Los Angeles, and yeah, I bought an exclusive there, and like their exclusives don't mean exclusive to that event. It just means exclusive to conventions. So it's not like you're getting some ultra rare figure like you think you are. Like that's my issue with Good Smiles. They say it's like exclusive, but it's not exclusive to the event. Whereas Funko will say this is a Comic Con exclusive and it will only ever be released at Comic Con. I appreciate that about Funko. I think Funko does a great job with their exclusives. It's just the secondary market; they just tend to get flooded afterwards. And Good Smile, they just they say convention exclusive, and they just mean it's going to be sold at every convention. Unfortunately, they might have a few exclusives every now and then, or they might sell out and stop selling them. But I mean, if they didn't run out, they would just keep selling them. And if that happens, then they'd put them on discount. And I love Good Smile. I think they do a lot of good work. I love Nendroids. I just wish. Uh, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. But let's keep going on. So I wanted to talk about that San Diego, the IMDb boat. So here is Nerd News Social. Check them out. I'll have them linked down in the description below. They're friends of the channel. I've known them for a while. But they went and covered the IMDb boat last year. So this is not the first year the IMDb boat has been there. And as you can see, here it is. It looks pretty cool. I think this might be actually one of the same boats they used for TV Guide, and they've just, rebranded it. I mean, this one looks way more, appealing to like, come on in versus the TV Guide one. Like the TV Guide one, when I worked there, like we had some people sneak on the boat and we had to have security like secretly escort them off because they focused on celebrity interviews. And I don't know why YouTube is doing these things where it puts these stupid uh markers at like at random points of the video. It's been really messing up on me lately. But they had like an art gallery in there and some like, some Lego stuff. They have a photo booth that looks cool. That's Flamin' Hot Jack Links. And then they've got like a bar area. And yeah, look, they got a bar, which is really cool. And then speaking of the TV Guide stuff, I tried looking up. I don't have any photos of it. So 2013 was a long time ago, guys. That was like 11 years ago. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even think I had a smartphone back then. But I did find one of the old videos from the event. And yeah, let's just watch it. So I remember editing a whole bunch of these videos for TV Guide magazine. And this was the yacht that we had that year. They had different yachts every other year. I created this intro right here. This was all me, by the way. Um, yeah, and I've got so many vivid memories. I was like a Digitech on set. It was very long days. It was like, 15, 20-hour days. It was good pay, but it was rough. It was so rough. Uh, but yeah, it's just crazy to think about how they're still doing yachts at Comic-Con after 11 years and it's just switching hands to a different company. It's just kind of wild to think about. And then also, guys, if you guys want to get more Comic Con coverage, because I know this video was very light, you can check out sdccblog.com. It's an unofficial Comic Con blog, and I'm sure they're going to be having so much more info about Comic Con here. I mean, look at this. They got like Care Bears. Check them out. They also have a YouTube channel. I'll be sure to link them here at the end of the video. And yeah, that's basically it for what I wanted to talk about. I didn't really see much like else for like anime stuff. I mean, here's Hulu's having their truck go by uh, a few times. Actually, it's like a food truck, so that's kind of cool. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's more. You guys can look it up on your own, but that's gonna be it for today, guys. Let's go to the big cam here. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys check out at Comic Con. Be sure to tag me on Instagram or Twitter with anything you go do and see. I definitely want to see it because I'm not going, and I feel bad about not going. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was very traumatized from going the one time I went, And I love conventions, and maybe eventually I'll go down to San Diego Comic Con. It's just it's an expensive convention. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's so complicated to get on their website. WonderCon and like San Diego Comic Con make it so complicated to get tickets. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But be sure to check out all the people I mentioned in the video, and yeah, have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.